What's up, good folks? Your boy Willie Lee Havmety, first of his name, GodColor.com. By the way, check this out, guys. Let's talk about story time. Like, we learned these fables growing up, but how do they apply to life, right? So let's talk about the grasshopper and the ant. See, there was this ant who toiled, worked hard, saved up for the winter time, saved up for when times got rough, right? And then you had this grasshopper who just hopped around, jumped around from party to party. He played his day away. Like, who got time to be worrying about tomorrow when today is so present? Like, that's why they call it the present, right? So check this out. So, lo and behold, a winter comes. Hard times came. And the grasshopper found himself out here lacking, like he had nothing. He's shivering in the cold. He got nothing to eat. His stomach growling, right? And he looks into the window and sees this ant, and this ant got everything. He nestled up to this fire because he brought all this wood in. He got this good food cooking on the stove, right? Because he stored. He worked hard, and he saved, and he stored his items so much that he had plenty. And what does the ant do? He see the grasshopper out there shivering now. And like a good neighbor, the ant helps the grasshopper. Come on in, bro. I'll feed you. I'll warm you. I'll provide you a place to stay for the winter time. And they made it through the winter together. And when spring came about, well, grasshopper got back to playing. Like he having a good time. Like he chilling, he hopping around again, he doing his thing. And the ant just went about his business, like shaking his head, like, dude, never learned. And he went all out toiling, saving, carrying more than his weight, putting stuff up for hard times. He had him like an emergency fund. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in there is a message. But check this out. Grasshopper continued to play. And when hard times came this time, what did the ant do? The ant saw him out there shivering and said, bro, you deserve to shiver. Like, you could have worked. You could have worked harder. And what did the grasshopper say? And this is what applies to the modern man, America today. Like, we're producing more grasshoppers than we're producing ants at this point. But the grasshopper then says, see, y'all discriminated against me. They never gave me the opportunity to save up. Now look at me living all in squalor and poor and filth. Meanwhile, the ant is living high on the hog, like he living good. This is ant supremacy. Don't grasshopper lives matter too? So, what did the government do? The government then takes from the ant who worked hard and saved and planned and got an education, who made a way for himself. They take from this ant and give to this grasshopper who still is ungrateful. Still ungrateful. Like, he never had to work hard. He made the decision not to work hard. He made the decision to play and hop around. But when times get rough, they have to take from the ant to fund the grasshopper. And what is to become of the ant at this point? Don't he get disgruntled? Isn't he tired of his hard-earned going to folks that are not appreciative? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they're supposed to get it. That's how the grasshopper feels. And if the ant doesn't give freely, the government takes. And then the grasshopper still cries out ant supremacy. So nobody wins here. Again, somewhere in there is a message. That's the story of the grasshopper and the ant. And like I said, we're producing more grasshoppers these days than we are producing ants. What is to become of us in such a way? Like, if the ant is not incentivized to go out and provide, go out and build, go out and accumulate, then what has become of our tax base really, when we have a whole segment of our society who just wants to live? Like, they just want to live. And by doing so, all they really doing is surviving. And they're surviving off somebody else's hard work. Like, if you get in entitlement programs, if you got welfare, if you got all these government subsidies, and you're still complaining about the government, who are you really complaining about? Who are you really taking from? So we need to ask ourselves these questions as we go forward as a people and try to build things. Like, at some point, we got to start producing strong men and women again. We need to produce more ants in our communities. I remember hearing back when I was a youngster, I believe it was JFK said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And today we have a whole bunch of fuck America type people, right? Even though they living off America, even though they don't want to go nowhere else because they know they got it that good, they still on that fuck America tip. What can America do for me? We got immigrants that move here not because they want to be American, just because they want to live the American dream off of Americans. Like, times have changed, guys. This is Willie Lee Havmatic. That's the message for today. The Grasshopper. Tell me what your thoughts on it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Visit the shop, godcolor.com/shop. We selling shirts. We got different designs. We got the goddess colored shirt. We got the God colored shirt. We got Aboriginal God, business God. Like, we got a whole bunch of different stuff. We building with this God color. So check it out. We going from God. We going from black to God, from black to God, from black to God. We going from black to God in color. Go find out more about it. Visit the podcast. All the information that's too hot for YouTube, too hot for your social media, is on godcolor.com/podcast. And again, like, comment, share, subscribe. I want to hear what y'all think down below. Leave me something good. I want all the smoke. I'll holla. Peace.